Greetings. Welcome back to the news. Very interesting day. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in, shall we? It is, of course, the Weekly News Roundup. Let's see who is here today on this wonderful Friday evening full of insanity. You guys will not believe the type of stuff I scraped up from the news today. Wow. There were so many interesting things, too. There were so many articles that I could have included as well. It was one of those weeks, so, expecting the news to roll out over the weekend. Hello, Ash and Snap. Petrock, greetings to you. Moonbase Alpha Grays missed the stream last night because they were at church eating pizza. Poor pizza-loving nerd. Of course, my last pizza had unicorn meat because I have unicorns and I have unicorn meat. We have to have unicorn meat on our pizza. Don't knock it until you try it, people. Mwah. Cheese, corn chips and failure. Oh, man, if you're having one of those corn chips and failure days, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry. Yes, once again, the stream key was actually working today. I'm totally shocked. That's 3 days in a row. Maybe Google fixed the problem. I don't know. All right. Tune from Pokemon Black and White is stuck in your head. I have no idea what tune that is, so I can't sing it for you to get it stuck even further. Hello, Quint. Greetings to you as well. Pet cat, answer yes. Of course the answer's yes. Kitty, they're calling for you. Anyone else getting a YouTube playback error in Firefox? I'm not on Firefox. All right. Wouldn't surprise me, though. Never clean the seats. Uh-oh. I don't know. What's up? Is it Marcos? I'm going to call you Mark. I can't pronounce that. Like 4 or 5 syllables? I don't know, man. What do I look like? An educated person? Jeez. I'm on mobile at the moment, but I'll check. Hello, Ben Fitzpatrick. Hello, Philippe Flores. Greetings, Keegan. Hello, Anna Rita. Anna Rita, I trust you got part 4, I think. Yeah, I think you already told me you got part 4. I just didn't hear anything back yet. Let's see. Also, I guess my super chat from 6 hours ago got cleared from chat history. I didn't see a super chat. That's possible. Yeah, I think things do clear out. Thank you for your super chat. Not sure what you said, but thank you for that anyway. I'll check my numbers and see if I actually have one in there. I don't know. Let's see. Anna Rita's got pajamas on. Just as long as you can run quickly for that fire extinguisher, we'll see. Watch Ford versus Ferrari today. Good movie. Okay. Unicorn meat might turn you gay. It might. I don't know. I mean, it's rainbowy. Maybe this is what the cause of it is. I don't know. Taint of Cartman, greetings. Yes. Let the hate flow through you and drink the dark side to enrich your power. What? Wait. Let the hate flow through you and the dark side enrich your power. Huh. As long as they have cookies, I'm good with that. I mean, I joined the dark side when they told me they had cookies, and I found out that they lied. I mean, all they had is these crappy brownies with almonds or walnuts in them. Ugh. Why would you ruin perfectly good brownies with walnuts? I mean, really, people, really. Been busy, so hey, no problem. Yeah, no problem. You're so far, you're like the first one about done with the book. Like everyone else should be done with part 1 by now. You're about done with part 4. It's okay. Take your time. Let's see. Ashton Snap just paid $4.40 and said that was enough to buy 20 bananas at 22 cents each, not including tax. But I have a Trader Joe's in my town, and bananas are 19 cents each. Actually, they're a little cheaper at Wegmans, though. You buy them by the pound, but they end up being maybe about the same price. I don't know. Hate flow through you sounds like a colonoscopy prep. That's right. Next time you guys are getting a colonoscopy, by the way, you need to turn up to the doctor and say, you used to work for Roto-Rooter, didn't you? I mean, come on, you got to do it right. All right. Let's see. We'll wait just a minute or so more, and then we'll go ahead and jump on into the news. Are we ready for the news today? What's our first topic? First topic. Yes, of course. Only acceptable addition to brownies are marshmallows. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Once again, how's it going once again? All right, come to the light side. Our brownies are actually made from true chocolate. Ooh, I'm coming back to the light side for brownies. Nummies. I use a snake. All right, we're hydrated up. I had to drink some extra water. I actually had a soda today. Ugh. First soda of the year. Ugh. Reminds me every now and again I'll have one, like every other month, and then I remember why I don't drink soda. But I did go to KFC. It was finger looking good. Finger looking good, kitty. But, and I was like, you know what I like to get just comes with a drink. I could put either unsweetened tea or maybe even water in it. But you know what? I'm already there. I'm already eating fast food. Why not just guzzle down some Pepsi while you're at it? Ugh. It reminded me why I don't drink that. Read tomorrow during the bath time at night. All right. Very good. Very good. Let's wait to see how MS screwed up Windows 10. Hey, all right. We'll go ahead and get to the news then, shall we? Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition that was recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before we jump on into the news, you can help support the channel if you want to head on over to switchedtolinux.com/affiliates. And I'm going to stop talking like the Micro Machine Man. All right. So anyway, head on over to the affiliates page. This always contains the most updated list of the affiliates. I have everything from the basic Amazon link. If you're looking for cell phone service, I'm recommending Mint Mobile right now, although I might look into some other services as well. I have a grammar checker that is not Grammarly. Grammarly has that fun, exciting clause where literally anything and everything you type on your computer belongs to them. I actually use one called Pro Writing Aid, which is a privacy-centric one. So there's actually a 20% coupon code off if you use my affiliate link there as well. There's some web hosting companies that I've used over the years, a couple VPNs, and some podcasting resources. So you go ahead and check those out if you want to help support the channel. Let's go ahead and dive on into the news, though. So if you guys remember this, I think I reported on some of this a little while after this occurred. So Ashley Madison is it's a dating site to cheat on your spouse. So I don't really have a whole lot of scruples as to what happens to these people. I mean, come on, guys. An entire dating site with a literal tagline, something to the effect, I think the tagline's posted in here, I forget. But it's literally a tagline that's like, go cheat on your spouse or something. Quite literally. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, what happened is a long time back, this site was hacked and literally like everything was leaked out of it. All right. And then the hackers came up and said, hey, we've stolen all your information. And they're like, well, prove it. So they actually released 2 records, just 2 records with everything. Like, we got your whole database. Here's the 2 for proof. Ashley Madison never paid them, and the stuff got leaked. Whoops. Caused a little bit of a big deal because there were a lot of high profile people on this list, which it was eventually squashed out a little bit, but it's coming back in the form of extortion scams. And so this week, a security company ended up getting a copy on what they believe is just a small batch process designed to test how the system works. So they're formulating a letter with just a boatload of personalized information about you with, in the body of the letter is a PIN number to unlock the PDF that is attached that does not get scanned by virus scanners because it is locked with a passcode. But the passcode is embedded into the email. If you open it up, it basically has this QR code. It has a whole long list of fun stuff that you've done. And I think they're even pulling in, I think that they're actually taking this data, cross-linking and referencing it with other information because they're also telling people purchase items that they actually made with the cards that they used, where they got it, when they got it. That was obviously not in the Ashley Madison database. So makes me think somebody picked up the database and just spent a lot of time cross-referencing other data leaks. And people, this is why you need to stop putting stuff on the internet. Now, again, I've covered an entire series about this, that privacy is not just a one single point in time. Hey, they have everything anyway, so what's the difference? Privacy is a long-going, ongoing thing. They were able to match all this stuff and put this in, I feel like Philip DeFranco, All right. But anyway, they are allowed to put all of this stuff and all of this information in here because extra data was leaked in other places. Okay. And so that is definitely an interesting hack. So keep an eye out for that. So, and literally with what happened with this case, they very well, this is potentially legitimate risk of stuff getting leaked rather than just the blanket sextortion stuff that we saw going on. Oh, we caught you on your computer with your web camera on stuff. It was going around for a while. Unfortunately, those have mostly stopped now. But this one actually has some air of legitimacy to it. So very interesting. And you guys who have signed up for Ashley Madison to cheat on your spouse, you're getting what's coming to you now. Pay up. Pay up. All right, well, the new Ring control panel. Ring is back in the news. The new Ring control panel has been updated with some items. Now you can see if anybody has enabled two-factor authentication, so you can enable that on your account. You can now view and remove all devices and third-party services authorized to log into the account. So this is good. You can now easily remove things. You can add and remove shared users on the account. And the last one is the more significant one here. You can opt out of receiving video request notifications from local police. Now, with the way that Ring works and all of the ways that they were rolling all this stuff out, it's probably, my guess is the police are still getting the information. They're just using a little bit more discernment. Are they using the information outwardly because they have your permission, or did some anonymous source tell them something? Yeah, it makes me always wonder when there's an anonymous source that leads to some arrest. You know what? Here in the court of the law, there should be no anonymous sources because I have the right to confront my accuser in court here in the land of the USA. So the entire concept of anonymous sources really needs to have a little bit more transparency in it on some level. On some level. I get some need for a little bit of this, but I think it's an overused thing where they could very well have this information and say an anonymous source. It's just, they're coming out, it was a Ring camera and someone give it to us and this is why this is so good, press release. But if you don't give them permission, they could still be getting it and just, anonymous source told us. I don't know, what do you think? Is that a valid thing that could potentially be happening? Let me know what you guys think of that one. All right. The fractured future of browser privacy. Web browser privacy is kind of an important thing, and we've covered some of the articles about these more recently. Now, this particular article here is mostly a lead-in story for the next one, but it basically is saying that we really only have two basic browsers left. We have Firefox and we have Chromium. And every other browser is pretty much built on top of one of those. There's a few little different offshoots as well, but they're handling privacy concerns completely different. Of course, Google with Chromium, they just want to get rid of all cookies anyway because Google has way better ways of tracking things that competitors won't have. So we did a whole video on that once. But with this, Firefox is doing some more anti-fingerprinting stuff that, I don't know, I still think Firefox is your better browser, even though both of them have lost their ever-loving minds. But hey, what do we want? It's like figuring what browser you want to use is like voting for a president. Which one's the least bad one to put in office? We don't know. Which is the least worst browser to put on my computer? I don't know. I'll go with this one because the other one's definitely corrupted. We suspect this one is. We're not sure about the other guy. Using your browser is like electing a politician. You vote for whoever the least user is because there is really no good choice. But anyway, they're all approaching privacy from different viewpoints, whether we're talking about, the cookies or the fingerprinting or all these types of things. But are any browsers or any programs on your computer collecting your browsing history? That's an interesting question. Last week we talked about this. Avast was selling all of the data. So Avast had these antivirus things on your computer. There's just like completely, totally, and perpetually logging anything and everything on your computer because the antivirus application needs access to everything and then collecting all that stuff and just selling it. And they're like, oh, we're not doing that anymore. Well, they're not deleting the data, they're archiving the data. Because of GDPR and the California Privacy Act, because the laws do not have anything in there that allows a company to say, you know what, we done screwed up here, we're just going to delete it all. You can't do that anymore. Yeah, the way these stupid laws are written, they're like, yeah, now that we've done this bad and collected all this stuff, the way the laws are written, we're literally not allowed to delete the data because they have to keep it on file, because both of the GDPR and the California privacy laws specify that you have to keep a copy of what they have on file. So if somebody submits a request to ask, what do you have on file? You have to be able to give it to them. They don't have a provision that says we're just going to trash everything so that no users have data here. They don't have that stipulation. So until a law is changed, which allows a company, Avast has to take this abusive thing and store all the data. Oh my Lord, people! They have to store all the data. This is insane. Okay, we've been caught doing bad. We want to do away with it. We want to say we're coming clean. We want to get rid of it all. We can't delete the data because the law says we have to keep it on file. Let's put a provision in both these laws immediately, politicians, to allow them to delete all data perpetually. So here's the bottom line. Since both of these laws also have a ruling in there that says they have to delete information if you ask, you, if you've used Avast, need to reach out to Avast and request that they delete your data. Then it will be deleted. Otherwise, this is going to sit there stored, archived on a server, waiting for a hacker to gain access to it. Yeah, just ask Ashley Madison about that. All right, so Google Photos. Now, it was a toss-up for me which article was the number one. I think this is probably the bigger story this week. Google Photos or videos inside of Google Photos were accidentally set to strangers last November. Whoops. So this is, of course, the thing where if you can basically select everything and say, we're going to export it, save me a copy of everything. Well, if you did that, you might actually have some strangers' photos in there. They might be nice photos. They might be not nice photos. They might be blackmail worthy. I don't know. But Google was just sending stuff out, and they really only alerted a few handful of people that actually used the service in that period of time, but it's unclear if there's access outside of what's going on here. And so you can download your data from a Google app as a backup or for use in another service. But there was a brief period of time, it was from November 21st to November 25th, 2019, that anybody who requested backups would also export videos, not photos, but videos into unrelated users' archives. So, yeah, hate to see what you get, you know. But anyway, in requesting a backup of your videos, but not pictures again, might be visible to random users. Of course, what Google did, they basically just said, hey, we're going to keep it as quiet as possible. We're not really releasing any information, and that's kind of a bad thing. This is why people don't use this kind of stuff. Don't be storing all your stuff on somebody else's server in a situation where they're unencrypted on that service. So if it's a cloud server to store your photos, don't use it to store your photos. If it's just some generic backup, and legitimately you could use Dropbox for this, but you need to encrypt your data first on your computer and then store the encrypted blob up in those servers. And even though I hate Dropbox, that's still going to prevent Dropbox from seeing what's there. Now, if you take those photos and just put them in Dropbox, Dropbox can see what you have there. You don't want to do that. You want to encrypt everything locally and then store the archive up on those servers. I still personally don't like storing any of my personal data in cloud servers. I'll use a few cloud services here and there that I control, like Nextcloud, for the purpose of just things that need to be shared or easily accessible. So the best example is I'm always writing at least 2 books at any given time. As I'm working on my books, I have a copy of those books in the cloud server, and I do that every time I'm finish a writing session, at least twice a week. So if I lose something, my primary computer goes down, or I need to reference that work, I can grab it from any other computers through my cloud network. But once the book is done, all of the information about that book leaves the server because I don't want anything stored up there, even though I control that and it's encrypted. So that's the thing. Buy yourself some external hard drives. You don't have monthly fees. They're much bigger than what you can get. And you can store all of your things. Get yourself a couple of those and you can store a copy of your discs at your friend's house, or what I do, I put them in a safe deposit box. So I always have off-site backups and on-site backups, but nothing is ever on someone else's servers. So, that's that. And on to our feature story for today. There was a little snafu on the internet, and if you were on Windows 10 and you did a local search for local files, it stopped. It gave you a blank screen. People are like, what's going on here? Well, there was a network outage for about 3 hours. So it was was it 3 hours starting 8 a.m. Eastern time, and this was February 5th. What was that? That was Wednesday, I think. So anybody who attempted to use your desktop computer to search for a local file on a desktop computer would error out, because there was a problem with an internet-connected service. So I could not go onto my Windows 10 computer, do a local search for a local file. It took that local query and went out to the internet to do some internet-y things, and then coming back. When are you guys going to stop using Windows 10 unless for anything that you don't absolutely have to? I mean, really. It confirmed and investigated the access and latency issues with multiple Microsoft 365 services. Microsoft blames a third-party networking fiber provider. Why is it connecting at all? Now, I guess that if you have this is just a guess, that if you do not have an internet connection turned on, it probably bypasses that. But if an internet connection is turned on and these third-party internet providers that who knows what in the world they're doing in the background goes out, then you won't get search results. People, this is the stuff that caused me to stop using Windows. I want my main OS to never go to the internet unless I tell it to go to the internet. This is insanely stupid that your services would go down because of some random third-party internet connection goes down somewhere in Timbuktu when I'm searching in my local office on my local computer for a local file. For the love of God, people, stop using this stupid software. Stop. Just stop. I mean, really. So yeah, here's what it looks like. Hello world? Yeah, blank screens on your search. So, of course it was fixed. And so now, yay, we can access the search files, but it's still going out and doing internet-y things when you're searching for local files. Makes you wonder, what's it connecting to the internet for? I don't know. What do you guys think of this and the other stories? Let me know in the comments down below. All right. Let's see, where are we at today? All right, let's see, we got that one all right. KFC is so fattening, but so good. Yeah. Issues, concerns about Windows. Just give it to the end of the day. We have more Windows stuff coming up. Well, more Microsoft stuff coming up, I guess. Table with all the most AMD desktop CPUs, including the newer Athlons. Very good. Very cool. Who doesn't want to go to KFC? I do. What? Hello, Mr. Anderson. How's it going there? All right. Been burned by forums too much. Yeah. Take a lot for me to trust forums. So probably wouldn't use it. Yeah. Okay. Cheat on your wife. Karma makes its way around. Yep. That's right. Wrong with the old-fashioned doorbell. I mean, it's more private as it's not connected and nowhere other make a noise. Yep. Doorbell is broken. I want 100% transparency. AP Calculus, we are Learning U substitution and differential equations. Very fun. Well, have fun with those differential equations. I bet they're very differential. All right. Doorbell is broken, then buy a new one. That's just a done doorbell. Yep, they're cheap. That's right. Browser use. Right now I'm using WaterFox. Knocking works too, yep. But one of those old-fashioned knockers. Major companies use their own in-house software instead of relying on subscription services that one must pay annually or monthly. Yep, that's the way to go. GDPR used, restrict it. Yep, hurt itself in its confusion. Yep. Does that law apply to Hillary? Just ask BleachBit. Ouch, honey, bring me my headphones. Sorry. Sorry. I come deaf, I'll sue you big time. Yeah, you know. I didn't realize it went that loud. Wow. I'll have to put a headphone warning on that one, that's for sure. Nasty photos will now be shared among strangers. Yep, yep. Second pre-alpha of Border OS. Greetings, Pizza Pizza. How's it going? Pizza Pizza. Okay, I've learned how to back up manual by copying files, not otherwise. Yeah, that's how I do it. A few hundred DVDRs that work fine for interim backups. There you go. Yeah. Called Crypt Sync that can encrypt your files, then sync them. Ooh, that sounds fun. Hadn't heard about that till now, but I remember seeing that, yeah. Calculus, I was expecting to learn Riemann sums before and definite integrals. My teacher decided to teach indefinite integrals first to introduce us to differential equations. Well, there you go. Always different ways. I actually did teach, one of the universities I taught at, we actually did in chemistry, we taught organic chemistry before general chemistry. Very rare, but that's actually how you used to do it. Technic, like, I don't know, I think they both have they're two different classes. Use Cortana, everything is going online. Yep. Can't do the games. Well, that's fine. Internet things, more like stealing your data. Yeah. That's why I use internet for local searches. Yep. Makes no sense. It's because the Windows search can go and give you fetch internet answers too. It's like, I don't want that. Turn it all off. All right. Okay. You can migrate a lot of that non-enterprise computer by not using your MS login, only local one. Yeah. Ever play Windows 10 games nowadays? However, even when I do, try and run them through Proton before resorting to booting to Windows. Yeah. Just remember where you put your files. That's a good thing to do too. Popeyes is better. Well, we don't have a Popeyes in town. We do have a Chick-fil-A. Vicious Minds thinks is sending a copy of your search and saving it in their networks. That's right. It very well could be. Could be. I like to share all my private photos. That's right. That's right. Needed to write your own software from scratch because of lack of adequate software in Linux? No, I have not. I'm not good enough of a programmer to do that. Think about Brave Browser. I do not like Brave Browser. I don't like the company behind Brave Browser, so I won't use it. When their entire thing is they're sitting here saying, we're all about privacy, but they raised all of their money by telling different people different things. So they will basically have a history of telling people what they want to hear in order to sell their things. Now, if it's working for you, then use it. But I personally am not going to. Windows 10 has been debloated. What would prevent it from calling out over the internet? Yeah. Heard of Madero. Their burgers are awesome. No, I've not. And I've traveled all around the country. I've never heard of that. Huh. All right. I need to grab a link here. I think that is it. Let me verify my link. That was not the right link. Is this the right link? Hey, that's the right link. I got the right link now. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over into the business news, shall we? All right. I have a PhD in computers. No, I have a PhD in toxicology. Nutrition and cancer type stuff and chemicals and poisons, things like that. All right. Campus is forcing students to interact. Yeah, that's definitely a good one there. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over to business news, shall we? All right. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition. If you'd like to help support the channel, I do have a variety of affiliate links. This one here I'm going to do is one of my books. Now, this is a Christian parody book. I like to make fun of some of the first world Christianity, some of the modern trends. And this entire discussion is not about this, but there's a reason I am promoting this book today, which I went ahead and put the link in the live chat comment thread. I'll make sure that it is in the description and on the screen for the edited version of this video. And I have several other books over there as well. And I'm also releasing a completely secular nonfiction book within a couple of months. So stay tuned for more information on that. But this one here, called The Art of Shallow Neighboring, I wanted to bring up because it kind of ties into one of the stories. And you might have seen this one. Disney CEO apologizes after an elementary school is fined for a Lion King showing. Now, I first saw this, I'm like, so what, whatever, Disney's evil, blah, blah, blah. Went over and, but I kept on seeing this show up over and over and over. I'm like, all right, let's pay attention. Like, oh, I have to talk about this because I made fun of this. The concept behind this in The Art of Shallow Neighboring. So what happened here, and this is, by the way, not Disney being some rude, crude, cash-grabbing organization either. And there's some really cool updates and things on this story. So basically what happens is first let's start here. In the United States, you cannot go to the store, buy a movie, and display it publicly. Okay, for profit or otherwise. And that's actually displayed at the beginning and at the end of every DVD and VHS cassette and all these types of things. Well, that's what this PTA did. So it was a PTA and they were doing a fundraising and you could come in and you could, buy a seat and maybe make an extra donation. And what they were doing is they were showing The Lion King. So the president of the PTA goes out to Best Buy, buys a copy of The Lion King and plays it. And of course, like you get a PTA, just like an HOA, there's a whole bunch of crazy lunatics that are all striving for power. And there's people that don't get the power and they got all, And so somebody got really mad and said, hey, this PTO company is showing your movie without a license. And so the licensing board came back and fined them $250 for displaying the movie without the proper license, which is about what it would have cost them if they contacted them and said, hey, we're doing a PTA. Of course, they could have said, hey, we're doing a PTA fundraiser. Could we use a one-time license? Would you donate that? They may or may not have said yes or no. So basically then the company comes back, learns about it, verifies it was true, and fined them $250 for showing the movie without a proper license. Disney CEO hears about this and actually says, hey, this is bad. I'm going to personally donate to your PTA. But there's also another cool update. I love watching the lawyer called Steve Leto. Leto's Law, excellent YouTuber. And he actually covered the story. And he said, hey, if you guys reach out to me, I will pay the $250 fine. The school actually reached out to him today via fax on the letterhead, and he mailed them out a check. So Steve Leto's Law, awesome. And I loved his legal breakdown of this as well. Very telling. But the fact is that they, the PTA, were in the wrong. Now, why did I really want to talk about this? I was deciding, do I want to put this in the silly section, or do I want to put this in the business section here? But I thought it was very tied into business. But I'm going to read an excerpt of my parody book because I made fun of this. Now, in this book is a parody of that book called The Art of Neighboring, which if you're part of a big church, growth church, has probably been through this book. And why a pastor would allow their congregation, or promote rather from their congregation, The Art of Neighboring is beyond me, because it's not a Christian book at all. But what I did is I went through section for section and I wrote a parody of it. And they literally, in that book, The Art of Neighboring, which many pastors around this country are teaching to their congregation, literally told them to break the law. They literally told them to throw up a curtain between your houses and have a movie night, which is a violation of United States law. So this is what I wrote. I'm going to read like 2 or 3 paragraphs from my book because I just thought it was glorious. And you can get this from, of course, Audible. You can buy it at Amazon. You can buy it just a variety of different places as well. I quote here, and I'm starting on page 107. When enough shallow pastors rise to influence in any given town, multiple churches may conspire together to preach our series of emotionally manipulative sermons to get their congregations to give up their clear calling and devote their life to neighboring. When these coalitions happen, awesome things occur on the block. One story related to me had 3 different churches represented on one block, and all 3 churches were preaching on neighboring. This led to some awesome discussions about strong-arming the other neighbors, but a problem quickly was realized. Whose church do all these neighborhood heathens attend? The Block Party Committee decided to table that challenge to focus instead on a neighborhood movie night. They decided to break the law by assembling a huge outdoor screen and displaying movies for all the neighbors to come and watch. Of course, they opened with a prayer that some DMCA lawyer would not drive by, and God protected the group. Eventually, the group moved beyond mere movie night and began including a potluck dinner. Clearly, there was a Baptist church among those represented. The bottom line is great conversations ensued because multiple churches preached about neighboring, thus sparking a group of people to illegally display movies and have potlucks. My friends recounted the story. They even told me they were starting to include movies that have Christian messages, like The Shack and Exodus. This would usher in shallow neighborhood professions of love for Jesus and an expansion of the wading pool of faith among our neighbors. It is clear that partnering with a Mormon will expand the cause of Christ. So I wanted to read that little section because this is a legit thing. You can't buy a movie at the store and then show it in a public place. You can't do that. This should be something most Americans know because it's at the beginning of every single movie and at the end of every single movie. These guys were fined for doing just that. Of course, the book literally advocated breaking the law, which is hilarious, which is why I had to make fun of that. So you can pick up that whole book if you're interested. And if you do, definitely leave me a review on that. People hate that book because I'm basically telling people, hey, the book that your pastor's recommending is probably not biblically sound. But anyway, let's get off of that faithy stuff and get back to the news. I just thought you guys might like that. All right. This is a fun one. So Apple is now offering an on-site repair option for customers in select cities. So I think they have like 6 or 7 cities now. New York's one of them. So Louis Rossman, they're coming for your business, man. But anyway, you can now go on and schedule a time for an Apple certified tech to come and replace a screen. They can't come and replace a battery for you, but they can come and replace a screen. So you'll still have to mail your phone to Apple and probably get a different phone back after they wipe the whole thing off. But I don't know. Anyway, no word on what the cost is. There obviously is an on-site visit fee, as it says here, but I've not been able to find the cost for doing that. So whatever it is, knowing Apple, it's probably like $700. Pay us $700 plus the fee and we'll come by and fix your phone. Or, hey, the guy will just come up and just be, hey, $700 plus the price of the screen. Or you can just spend just an extra $100 and get this shiny new phone. Yeah, shiny new phone. buy the shiny new phone. You will buy the shiny new phone. You will buy the shiny new phone. All right, enough of that nonsense. All right, Echo devices can now add items to your shopping list by barcode. So if you are out of unicorn meat, you can scan that little barcode right there, and your Alexa device will be able to pick up your fresh can of unicorn meat. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm. So anyway, the idea is that you keep your Alexa product by your trash can. So anytime you throw something away, you just go ahead and scan the thing in, then it creates a shopping list. Now, I think some of these shopping lists can be used and, accessed from your phone when you're just out at the regular grocery store, or of course you have the option to just single buy it from the store. That's coming. So Amazon is now working on the ability to go ahead and scan in your items and your barcodes. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that useful or a not useful thing? Let me know in the comments. All right, now, if you remember back to that Linux Mint versus Windows 10 video, and I was complaining about the inability to install, uninstall several things that are bloated into Microsoft, hey, they're listening. Some things can now be uninstalled, like Notepad, Paint, and WordPad. No word yet on all the other useless nonsense that I don't want to have on my system anyway. But anyway, Notepad, Paint, and WordPad are going to become optional features in Windows going forward. So as of the next one, I think they will still be installed, but you can go into the simple uninstaller and you can actually now uninstall them. So isn't that nice? You can go ahead and uninstall some of the more useful applications. A lot of the more useless ones, no, you still can't uninstall those guys. But, what do you want? We're slowly moving around to give people control back, but not really. Another fun Microsoft news. Microsoft has had a lot of interesting failures over the years. Now, way back a long time ago, and this is, I think I was back in grad school, so this is over 10, 15 years ago at least, Microsoft forgot to renew hotmail.com. Whoops! When that happened, a squatter took it and started redirecting people to some really, really bad websites. Mommy, I went to check my email and look what's there. Ah! Okay. So they messed up with that. They messed up hotmail.co.uk. This week, though, they had another fun snafu. So the entire Teams thing, they've been pushing this Teams. They've got to renew their SSL. And so their entire Teams platform went down. You guys are trusting, an SSL could go down, could very well cause your system to not be able to search for a local file, people. I mean, come on. Come on. So, yeah, Microsoft Teams, we're sorry, we've run into an issue. It doesn't work. Try signing out and signing back in on. Well, did you turn it off and turn it back on again? Thank you, Microsoft. It's good to know that you're still pushing the same advice from the Windows 3.1 days. All right. So the problem is that they did not update an SSL, which, by the way, you can renew an SSL a long time in advance. It's not like this has got to be something that's like, okay, it's in the last hour, guys. We got everything going. We got all set. All right, we're all set. I'm ready to push enter. I'm ready to push enter. No, you can actually update your SSL several months in advance if you need to, so that this should never go down. But no, the SSLs for their critical infrastructure applications are going down. All right. We covered this Murphy's streaming service a while back. I think it was on a Saturday, actually. So this is a service where you would mail in your discs. They would burn them all and put it on a cloud streaming service, and then you could listen to the music anywhere you were. And then all of a sudden, with no warning, some people just paid their bill. All of a sudden, the company went defunct and vanished. And this guy bought them all. I gotta tell you guys, if you have any interest in getting your CDs back, I'd get them back now. I read through this guy's laundry list of insane projects he's done. So basically, as soon as he heard that the Murphys went down, he actually just boarded a plane and went out there to negotiate to get a copy of the CD. So basically, he wanted to create a service very much like this. I'm not sure why you would in this modern day, but he still thinks it's a good idea. But he had this whole massive group of things. So he's done, let's see, he ran a 400 square foot marketplace of hometown Provo. He registered the website, whatever this is. It's Illuminati spelled backwards. He pointed it to the NSA. Yeah, that'll get you on good terms with the government. He protested the blockchain asset company, claiming it took a bunch of his money. He once ran for mayor of Provo on the platform of disincorporating the city. He founded Crossies over a decade ago with the intent of storing and streaming customers' music collections, but investors weren't interested, so it never went anywhere until now. Now he goes over and he purchases all the CDs. So he bought access to this entire warehouse, and now he has all of this information. If you have any hope of getting any of your CDs back that he might have, I would start filing the paperwork necessary like now. Because with this guy's track record, I have a sneaky suspicion there are a lot of strings attached to what's going on over here, and I would not trust this guy with anything that belongs to me. Very interesting, though. Neat little follow-up to that article that we had before. All right, on to our feature article in our business news today. Google is now trialing a monthly subscription to get your best photos auto-printed and snail mailed to you. Somebody Google I think I have an explanation for this, people. Google invented a time machine. Why else would you want photos printed out and mailed to you in snail mail? Google has invented a time machine. I want in that time machine. I want to rip that bad boy up to 88 miles per hour and go back in time. Or maybe forward in time. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'll go forward in time and see what Skynet really looks like. Which company actually created Skynet? Google can tell us. They have a time machine. So what the idea here is that you're paying them $7.99 a month. And what you're going to get is they are going to send you for $7.99 a month. They're going to send you 10 4x6 pictures automatically selected from all the photos you've uploaded to Google within the last 30 days. There's so many levels of wrong here. First level is wrong is I think I can go to Walmart or CVS maybe, a few other different stores, and I think a print actually only costs me about maybe 50 cents, maybe less. It might even be like a quarter for a 4x6 that I can get printed in like 5 minutes. And I can actually select the photos that I want. And second, I don't want to constantly be having to snap photos and just upload. Like, you take a whole bunch of photos. Of course, in this digital camera age, half of what we take is garbage anyway. You're going to get some smeary garbage photos mailed to you. So Google's going to select 10 photos that you had, print out 4x6 pictures, and mail them to you. So now, Google's going to have a payment system. They're going to have your actual mailing address. Hopefully they don't have that for you. Well, of course they might. They have mine because I had to file 1099 paperwork for them for tax purposes, of course. So, you need to have photos automatically uploaded to Google, and then you need to trust them that of whatever photos you upload, it's going to pick 10 of them that you might actually want. Do people actually keep regular photos laying around anymore? I don't know. I'm telling you guys, this is a time machine. This is the first release of Google's time machine. This is a service that made sense a decade ago. Maybe 15 years ago. Remember when HP owned that one? What was that one service they had? I used it once. Something fish? I forget. I forget what it was. But it's, you just upload your photos to them. It was really cheap. Just upload your photos, send them out, and they mail them back. Of course, I was associated with them before HP bought them. So I forget the name of that company now. But it was like... So most people and pets relive the best moments of people and pets. Get prints featuring them and other great photos every month. Mostly landscapes. Revisit your most memorable places. Guys, you can revisit them on your phone. You just pick up your phone and you just do this. This is what and I recommend you don't do this, but that's what you can do nowadays. I mean, I don't get it. A little bit of everything. You can get a mix of your best moments. All right, do you guys think that this is a legit service? Is this something that's just out of its time, or did Google create a time machine? Let me know in the comments down below. All right. Wow. Did we have this many comments, or am I definitely remember seeing some of these. Oh, you know what? I need to find... There we are. All right. I found where we are. All right. New installer was born. Let's see. Okay. Why are elementary schools showing movies as for learning on... This is a PTA, not in class. It was a PTA meeting. But yeah, I agree with you. And unfortunately, elementary schools do show too many movies these days. The funniest kicker I heard. So our local school district, literally, you could be taking a field trip to the hospital. You still have to have an on-staff nurse with the kids on the field trip. I don't get it. So... I have a friend that her daughter's 10 years old, I think. They were getting ready for a field trip. So there's no classes assigned, whatever else. Last minute, they cancel the field trip because they can't find a nurse to go. We're doing a field trip in the middle of downtown State College. There is an ambulance service within 2 minutes of downtown State College, people. Like there is one downtown State College. Their field trip gets canceled because they can't find a nurse to go. The kids still have to go to school, but there's no lessons planned. So it's literally a day of watching movies. And then they have to do a makeup day later. This is in State College, where we have more PhDs in the school system, and the more I see how PhDs run bureaucracy, the more brainless I think they are. That idea that all of us with doctors, I am one, we know more and more about less and less. It's so bad that here in State College, they run on a 6-day schedule. A 6-day schedule, people. There are 5 days in the school week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Why do you run a 6-day schedule? You'd think PhDs could figure this out. Maybe I'm not in the education sector anymore because I escaped the insanity. I mean, really. So the PhDs are just like, well, you can't figure it out. Now, of course, I think that the background theory is they're trying to get 6-day school sessions in. They're trying to get like Saturday school classes. That's what I think they might be trying to do. But my wowzers. All right, anyway. Did a demonstration of a Linux with a teacher at the school. She thought Linux was great for taking attendance, sending emails, and doing everything else a teacher does. Interesting. All right, making a back installer. All right, selling my school would never allow it. Teacher told me the companies all kinds of leech off schools with contracts. Yep. People don't get satire? That's shocking. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's... Yeah, they don't get satire and parody. That's the first problem. So the second problem is I'm making fun of a book that their pastor has just advocated from the pulpit. So basically some crazy guy on the internet with that crazy book making fun of what the pastor, because they don't pay attention anyway. They're like... Like, use your brains, people. Use your brains. Verify if what your pastor says is true. All right. According to land manager, my school used to run Linux a little more than a decade ago. School switched to Windows because people complained that Linux was different than Windows. Well, cry me a river of tears. Okay. Ran Linux on a Windows 7 computer through a flash drive. The computer ran much faster. Was able to save documents, complete tasks. Yep. Hello, Spin Viking. Greetings, greetings. I can see where Amazon would want these lists, cross-referencing one product with another. Yeah. Could just uninstall Candy. You can uninstall it. It just keeps coming back. I mean, you just give up trying to uninstall it after a while. He's like, never mind. The thing just came back. You just finished installing it. The computer's like, we sensed the change. We're putting Candy Crush back in your computer. Deal with it. So the Microsoft is having issues because Microsoft lays off beta testers. So now people are, yes, that is correct. They did lay off other beta testers right before Windows 10 came out. Shocking. Yep. Like notepad.exe. Yep, I like Notepad and WordPad. I use them daily. I use those two applications daily on Windows 7 still. Yeah, Nadella's credit card expired and he forgot to update his details with the SSL provider. I'm not surprised. I'd switch back to Microsoft. Some had wine, came to my senses again. Farron OS decided to try it. I'm really try hard to make open source work for my business. Open source works for mine, but I mean, it depends on what you're doing, you know. Microsoft killed their best OS and forced everyone to use WinJunk 10. Yep. Suggest installing Windows 2008 and uninstalling all the server junk, and you get Windows 7 with updates for a while. Yep, that's a good option. Well, have Google print your photos and you do it yourself. Yeah. People, oh man. My thing jumped. There it is. Okay, why would people want a physical photo? Just buy a digital photo frame. Yeah, there you go. Fuji has a portable printer. You can send photos from your cell phone and camera. Yep. Snapfish. That's one. Thank you, Quint. Snapfish. I use that a couple times. Google is Skynet, yeah. Get 6x4 photos printed for 10 cents each. That might be closer. I mean, clearly I don't print photos often. I did actually print some not super long ago. And they weren't expensive. They were pretty cheap. I could certainly get more than 10 of them for $7.99. That's for sure. Since you want larger prints and have them displayed in your business offices. Yeah, but those are 4x6s they're sending you. Use Google user. I stopped believing in them because of the first time they did not release the Google Plus flaw. Now Google Photo. What else are they doing? Yep. Don't teachers need first aid certificate anyway? Probably not United States. You'd figure. I mean, you'd figure that any minor thing, even if you don't have first aid certification, any minor thing, any competent teacher could probably help a kid clean up a scraped knee. Anything major, a nurse ain't going to help anyway because a nurse is not certified to do emergency healthcare stuff. Okay? A nurse is very limited in what they can do legally. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Please check medical tests, first aid, and CPR. Yep. Question, Tom. Does the utility erase disk of Linux have a version for Windows? I've got a new hard drive. Once I'm done transferring stuff, I like to wipe the spare to clean zeros. Like, I don't know if one's specifically called erase disk. There's the disks utility in GNOME. That's what I would probably use. Just boot it into a Linux and just do that. If Windows is your only option, I think the best option is CCleaner does that. Of course, CCleaner is part of that Avast company that's kind of scary now. But you could install it, wipe the stuff, and then uninstall it. You could do something like that. There's probably some other tools as well, but I'm not all that versed in Windows software anymore. Could not find VLC. What's up with that? So Fedora does not have VLC out of the box because it has some proprietary codecs. So you need to enable the third-party repositories and get RPM Fusion, I think it is. And then you can install VLC from there. Quint will be able to help you out with that, I think. Quint, if you're still here, if you want to help him out with that. Camp counselor at park and waiting pool needed to have a waiting pool certification. A waiting pool certification. That's a new one. Never heard of that. Do you need a waiting pool certification for my book? Family members who are accountants, they tell me much of the accounting software taught in accounting class are Windows specific and cannot easily run Linux. Yeah, there you go. What's my channel about? Which channel? This channel? We do a mishmash, Linux and privacy. Probably more privacy and Linux. I mean, really, it's privacy that's got me to start this channel. People like Windows 7 so much, but I had to leave it when I got sick of the machine that I owned. Kept telling me I didn't have permission to do things. Well, I hope you didn't go to Windows 10. I can't give a kid aspirin. Yeah. Tried wine, Lutris, VM, doesn't help. Yeah. BleachBit has a version for Windows that can write zeros. Okay, so there you go. BleachBit. That's probably better than CCleaner. College age nanny would be nice. Yeah, make sure you block CCleaner in your firewall. That thing just want to connect to the internet and send all kinds of stuff to the server. Yeah. Make video on pfSense firewall and basics. I have a video on pfSense firewall and the basics, actually. Let me see if I can find it for you. I may not be able to find it on quick notice, but we'll see what I can do. Okay. Copy link address, and there you go. There's pfSense blocking lists, basic things like that. There's a whole pfSense playlist that I have. Later, pizza. I have a Windows 7 computer that some of my development stuff is still done on. So I bounce between a Linux Mint and a Windows 7 computer for web development. All right, are we ready to jump on into the next one? Let's see. You know what? Let's just go. I'm just going to go ahead and change my affiliate here because I don't want to change my banner right now. Switch my affiliate around that I was going to promote. There we are. Because my banner is already set for this one. Okay, in regards to nurses, it depends. But honestly, if you got allergies to paramecial or other painkillers, you inform the school first or put them on your ID card like sister does. Yeah, it's some of the crazy things going on. I use Windows because when I started my web development company, everything is built out on my web development computer on Windows 7. So I'm just going to run it until it dies. When it dies, I have another computer here that goes right in its place. And actually, I've switched about half the work onto my new Linux Mint web development build. But right now, the web development is primarily done on the Windows 7 computer still. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into the... What are we on? Oh, we are on the smart tech news, aren't we? Scroll my spot down here. And I got to find... Where's my smart stuff? Smart tech. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Smart Tech edition of the news. First, before we get started, if you are looking to change your cell phone service, you want to look around at other options, I actually just dropped Verizon and went with Mint Mobile. That's going to save me over $500 this year. And I actually got a Mint Mobile account just to test it. I carried 2 phones with me for about 3 months. And after a couple months, I realized that literally everything I needed to do, Mint Mobile did just as good as Verizon did. And a few places it did a little bit better. A few places did a little bit worse, but it's still perfectly adequate everywhere. So you can use my affiliate link there, tlm.li/mm, if you want to have a look at Mint Mobile as well. And they do use T-Mobile network. So make sure that your system will be able to use T-Mobile, and you should be good to go. And pretty much any other phone that you have will probably work, but go ahead and double check their resources. All right, diving on into the news. Since we didn't have a separate security thing, I decided to go ahead and put this one in because it's just yet another example. 470,000 more installs can log into your Facebook account and Google account and basically be backdoors to your accounts if you guys are just installing stuff from the Google Play Store. This is why people do not install stuff from the Google Play Store. It's full of malware. People are like, don't install things from anywhere but the Google Play Store. The Google Play Store is safe. No, the Google Play Store is full of absolute insane, total crazy malware. Stop using it. Use f-Droid. Everything on f-Droid is compiled from them with source code and audited by an external auditing team. Very good on f-Droid. Use that. Google Play Store, full of malware. You get stuff like this. And so this one was, here's a variety of different things. Let's see what we had. Shoot Clean Junk Cleaner. We have a Clean Light Booster. Clean Phone Booster, Quick Games, H5, Rocket Cleaner Light, Speed Clean. Basically, don't clean your phone, people. Don't clean your phone. Linux World VPN, Link World VPN. I was like, woo, don't put Linux on this crap. All right. Link World VPN. Don't get that free VPN. Oh, look at this. The fast free VPN. That's right, guys. For the most part, free VPNs are kind of bad. H5 Gamebox. So a lot of these different things. And here's the various capabilities that they had. Capturing screenshots, enabling and changing administration settings, opening and visiting URLs, disabling Play Protect, recording audio, making phone calls, stealing a contact list, controlling the device via NVC, sending and receiving and deleting SMS messages, locking the device, encrypting files and external drives, searching for files, retrieving GPS location, capturing remote control commands from Twitter and Telegram, pushing overlays, and reading the device ID. Lots of fun malware. You can install yours too from the Google Play Store. Use f-Droid, people. Really, use f-Droid. A lot more secure that way. All right, well, Amazon is helping brands build custom text-to-speech voices for their Alexa. Hey, Alexa, order me unicorn meat. Get me some unicorn meat, Alexa. Okay, I'll get you some unicorn meat. Yay, I will be unicorn meat. All right, guys. So basically what we have here is the ability to create a variety of voices for your Alexa. So, and they actually have some sample pages. Of course, Samuel Jackson was one of those. Now they're doing Colonel Sanders. So you can basically have your Alexa do all sorts of fun stuff. Let's go ahead and have a look at some of these samples. So here is KFC. You ready? These are literally all on Amazon.
I'm Colonel Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
All right. We got NAB. I don't know what NAB is, but... Oh, National Australia Bank. There you go. So that's kind of a sample of how we're using. This is with Amazon Polly. Is basically utilizing voice samples to create the skills which actually has your own voice. Isn't that exciting? I need to, like, you know, the Terminator or something. You know, who voiced Jarvis in Iron Man? I want the Jarvis Alexa skills. I might actually get an Alexa for that. Alexa, can you get me some unicorn meat? Order unicorn meat. Confirm. All right. Thank you, Alexa. All right. Oh boy, this one I almost put in a Sillyville, but this is definitely a neat application of tech. So this is an artist who does interesting things demonstrating how bad tech can be. So in this case, what ended up happening is he's taking advantage of how Google Maps redirects people in different places, which I think is a bad thing because literally you can have neighborhoods that really aren't designed to have people going up and down the streets in these given neighborhoods. And then what you can see is that the people are, the Google map, because they don't know how to get home apparently, says, oh, that street's busy, take this alternate route. And so what happens is, back neighborhoods with very low, speed limits and kids outside playing now become impromptu highways because cars just start run, 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 run. And then, of course, they're speeding through back neighborhoods, really is causing a lot of issues. So some people have stopped this by going on as a neighborhood and literally reporting accidents all over their streets, which would cause Google to redirect them. But then Google's like, oh, there's really no accident, this is fake, and they clear it and then block those people from being able to do it. So then their neighborhoods become freeways again. So this guy decided he would do this with a different way. He took a wagon and put 100 phones in it and just started walking down the street, and all of the Google started mapping the traffic other places. So he literally took a big street and blocked all traffic because this is how many sheeple are just following their phones. What are you guys gonna do when Waze throws you off a cliff? You should change that from the sheep noises to the lemming noises. So this guy managed to block all traffic on this street by simply putting 100 smartphones in a wagon, turning them all on to track location, and walking down the middle of the street. Quite impressive. Beautiful way to hack that technology. So let's see if he actually had some maps going on here. Let me go ahead and turn the sound off there. So here he's hacking Google Maps. So here he's got a wagon full of stuff. Here's a car's coming up behind him. See, this guy's not a sheep. He's like, I don't care what Google says. I'm going this way, yo. So here's what the Google map looks like. I think, where's he at? Let's see where it's showing. Okay, so he's right here. It's blocking the street. So it's basically saying, there's a traffic jam going here. People are going really slow down this street. Avoid this street, people. So now Waze has blocked it off. So Google is basically telling people, don't go this street. So you have are going to keep going this way. They're going to pass by the street. Don't even look down it. Drive 5 miles longer than they have to get home because the traffic's moving this way. Oh, beautiful hack, sir. Beautiful hack. I salute you, friend. Yeah. That's exciting. Well, if that's not crazy enough, and we're not even in Sillyville, people, keep this in mind. We're not in Sillyville. We're not in Sillyville. You guys, make sure you patch your light bulbs tonight. I do realize that we need to push our security software. We need to get our software updated. We need to make sure we're safe online. People, upgrade the firmware to your light bulbs. Maybe this should be Sillyville. I don't know. So anyway, Philips Hue light bulb can be hacked. And if it is hacked, it could very possibly compromise your home network. How the hackers get into our network? Through the light bulb. Well, that was a bright idea. Oh, ouch, that hurt. Oh, that was a bad pun. So anyway, if you are running your Philips Hue light bulbs, make sure you're on patch version 19351444040. Go ahead and make sure you're ordering on that firmware patch there. Otherwise, your light bulbs are potentially going to get hacked, and when they hack into your light bulb, they're going to get into your network and then start causing all sorts of fun stuff in your network. All right. Let's see if there's anything else here. Hacker-controlled light bulb with updated firmware, then uses Zigbee protocol vulnerabilities to trigger a heap of buffer-based overflow on the control bridge by sending a large amount of data to it. The data also enables the hacker to install malware on the bridge, which is in turn connected to the to the target business or home network. So the bulbs are still vulnerable to attack, and if you do not upgrade the firmware on your light bulb, you will potentially be hacked. People, stop using smart tech like this. This is insanity. Why do we need a smart light bulb? Somebody give me a compelling reason to use a smart light bulb in the comments down below. All right, we got Sillyville left. Are we about ready for Sillyville, people? Yeah, CCleaner is doing some sketchy stuff. Yeah, use Bleach Bit. That's a better replacement, I think. If Bleach Bit works, for Mrs. Clinton, then it works for me too. There you go. All right, yeah, it is still Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. So what's the difference? Well, the difference for me is $500 this year. That's the difference for me. So I was on a plan that I was getting, I think, 2 gigabytes of data a month with rollover. Consequently, I only use half a gigabyte of data on any given month. And that was costing me $62 per month. With Mint Mobile, I can pay up front, get an entire year of 3 gigabytes per month, and it's only going to cost me $180 for the entire year. And they do pick up the phone when you call them a lot faster than Verizon does these days. Love CCleaner, but now you're done with it. Yeah, it's CCleaner started going bad about 2 or 3 years ago. I would not advocate CCleaner anymore. I did. In fact, I still have it on my Windows 7 computer because it's the old version before Avast got its dirty little hands all over it. So it doesn't have that perpetual running in the background crap. It doesn't be like, we're going to update you online. It doesn't do all that crap. I have a version old enough that it doesn't do all that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, stop with the f-Droid. No one ever realizes how much stuff is on there that tracks you. Just bad with horrible privacy. You are completely wrong, sir. All right. Okay, only make and receive calls and messages. Yeah, there you go. Careful with Bleach Bit. Just uncheck memory in the settings. Don't mess with memory clean. Yep. Hello, Galvano. Greetings to you. Greetings, Italy. Google Play app is free cash. Well, we all like free cash. I mean, come on. I have a Nexus 5X. What's a good upgrade from that? I still have a few Nexus 5Xs. I like my Nexus 5X. I would go up to a standard Pixel from there. Just like a Pixel 1. Someone must have mailed you with a tranquilizer dart? No! Colonel Sanders, is that Google's time machine again? It might be, yeah. Today I'll have to hire you to come to my house, daycare, and tech toddles, baby animal. Wait, what? Teach or tech? What are you doing? I don't know. Oh, like teach the toddler, teach the animal noises to the kids. You can. I mean, I'll just record them for you if you want. Oh, that car was using Apple Maps. Gotcha. All right. Patch my light bulbs. That's right. To brick your light bulb when updating the firmware, do not turn off the power. That's right. Ever happened to getting up off your lazy butt and flipping the switch? That's a good question. I mean, come on. Hey, for my office lights over here, I got to do 2 things. I have to turn on a power inverter and then flip a switch. Firmware to light bulbs. Yes. That's right. I don't know. People are so dumb. Or dim. That's right. That's right. Oh, boy. Other than being paralyzed and can't get up, I can't see a reason to have a smart light bulb. Yep. Idiot friend has an entire house running through the network and thinks it's fine. Yeah. Until he gets hacked someday. You know what you should show him? There is a video, I think it was Marketplace, CBC Marketplace, I think. They did a very amazing show where they basically hired some guys to hack into a smart home. And the guy's like, yeah, we'll let myself in. Don't worry about it. Just get on with your thing. We'll come in when we're ready. And they just sit out in the front and hack his entire home network. Find that episode and show it to him and see what he thinks. How many people does it take to screw in a smart light bulb? Too many. Oh, boy. Some stuff on f-Droid. I'm not saying it isn't safe. I'm saying there's things not good. So, for example, give us an example of what we're looking at. The one Linux app for Android is on them. If I can think of the name, they collect all kinds of information. Yeah, let us know which one you're talking about. But here's the difference is we're not talking about malware. It's one thing if you have a open source application where you can see the information that it's doing versus apps with malware, which Google Play Store is full of apps with malware. That's what I'm talking about. I told him I was going to hack his house and play with the lights. He said it couldn't happen. No, literally show him that video. Honestly. I'm trying to find the name of it. All right. Yeah, again, though, make sure we're not talking about apps that can collect information. There's plenty of apps that can collect information because there's people who want to use those. But those do not have malware in them. That's what we're talking about. Are we ready to go to Sillyville? Well, you're looking that up. We're going to head on over to Sillyville. Now, I got to say before we start this, the article that I wanted to use is not going to fly well on YouTube. So we have a different ending article. The third one here is definitely the best. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Sillyville edition. We have gone to Sillyville, people. Crazy tech news, crazy tech news. What is going on? Well, the first fun crazy tech news is the FCC proposes to fine. No, it's not the FCC. We know they're a sad joke, but this is actually not the FCC. Like this is, I don't know. I don't get it because this is a joke inside a joke. Okay, so the FCC proposes to fine racist troll $13 million for a robocalling spree. One call featured a caricature of a black dialect with jungle background noises. Yeah, that company needs to be shut down. So anyway, this is a guy in Utah fined $12.9 million for conducting a string of racist robocalling campaigns across the United States over the last 2 years. I gotta say, I did not get the robocall with the black character and jungle noises. I might have actually had to record that. I didn't get one. That's pretty bad. That's, yeah. So the FCC might actually be doing something. So anyway, shortly before the 2018 election, the man, Scott Rhodes, reportedly made 766 spoofed robocalls in Florida, where Black Democrat Andrew Gillum was running for governor. According to the FCC, robocalls falsely claimed to be from the candidate and used a caricature of a black dialect with jungle noises in the background. Soon after, the neighboring Georgia, Rhodes allegedly made 583 spoof calls attacking Stacey Abrams, another black Democrat running for governor. These calls pretended to be from Oprah Winfrey and concerned a racist and anti-Semitic conspiracy theory, according to the FCC release. Around the same time, he placed 2,000 more robocalls in the Charlottesville, Virginia area. A jury there was considering the fate of James Fields, a man who killed Heather Heyer, and his car the day of the infamous 2017 Charlottesville protests. The call articulated a racist and anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So yeah, the sad joke is not the FCC. It's the moron making these illegal phone calls. Doubly moronic because don't do that. That's just crazy. All right, so I'm still trying to figure out why, but Dyson patents an application. It imagines building an air purifier into your headphones. What kind of random nonsense is this? Can somebody give me a good, compelling reason why my headphones need air purifiers? I mean, my shirt maybe. I mean, maybe a cool little nose ring, air purifier nose ring, guys. There's a hot seller. I mean, just kind of wearing it. Maybe your glasses got a little thing down here. It's got like a fake mustache, but it's an air purifier. You can breathe in, breathe out, get purified air. I mean, these are good plans. But your ears do not need fresh air. They don't. I don't understand why we need an air purifier inside of headphones. But apparently, Dyson, which is a vacuum manufacturer, has a patent for a new pair of headphones with a built-in air purifier. Claims can help combat the harmful effects of air pollution in cities. I think somebody needs to go back to school or something. Yeah, walking around, some Gen Zer with headphones on is not gonna. This is not okay. This would be like shooting the Terminator with a BB gun, people. This is not going to have any impact. I mean, really. Really. They have a wide range of air purifiers for the home, but these obviously don't offer much help when you're out and about. People already care enough about pollution in some part of the world to wear a face mask, the company says. Are they wearing face masks? You guys, I see them from time to time here in State College. Are they wearing face masks to air pollution, which makes zero sense? Or are they doing it to prevent infectious spread? I mean, I would get it. I mean, if the Kung Flu shows up down here, I'd probably be wearing a face mask a little bit more when I go out in public. All right, but an outbreak of the coronavirus, that notstanding, I don't think I'd wear a little $2 mask because of air pollution. I just don't see that doing anything. Unless that thing's some amazing, super amazing carbon filter power thing. But at least that's on my face and not on my ears. I don't get it. Let me know what you guys think about this nonsense. This is crazy. Are we ready for the best story of all? I kid you not, people. This is a thing. Facebook won't remove a woman's butthole as a business page. Just bask in the smelliness of this article. So, it says, quote, this unofficial page was created because people on Facebook have shown an interest in this place or business. It's not affiliated with or endorsed by anyone associated with Samantha Ray Ann Jesperine's butthole. So here's the page, Samantha Ray Ann Jesperine's butthole, which, according to the article here, this pin is actually where the family lived when this page showed up. Do you recommend it? Yes or no? There's no stories available. So when she first figured it out, she never wanted her butthole to be the first thing people came up when they searched her name. But to her horror, she discovered Samantha Ray Ann Jesperine's butthole is a Facebook business page, which is the first result. Page was created in 2012 when she was 15 years old. But she's now 23, a professional baker, and didn't discover it until 2015. Her reaction was, what the bleep? How did this happen? So she has no idea how the page was created. She didn't make it herself and didn't know how anyone would have made it on her behalf. The page reads, it's an unofficial page, of course, we already said that. I guess this is her. I would not be putting my photo in an article if I had this out there. To date, the business of Jasperine's butthole has no reviews, though it does invite reviews of the butthole, and no stories have been added to it. She posted with Reddit legal advice for help getting it removed. Some users have suggested that perhaps some friends had created an interest in her butthole on their own Facebook profiles as a joke, and this triggered the page to be created automatically. Oh, the exact address is not listed, but the pin is exactly where she lived at that point in time when it was created. You know, when Facebook created a butthole page pointing to a miner's house. Okay, can we send Zuckerberg to jail now? A Facebook page dedicated to a 15-year-old's butthole would definitely qualify as bad material and possibly problematic. What really vexed her is that she's been unable to get it down. Since she discovered the page in 2015, she's reported it several times. Facebook had said it's not in violation of its community standards. Okay, whoever responded to that needs to be beaten in Times Square until dead. No, I don't condone violence. Disavow, disavow. Since it's a business page, there's an option to claim it, which would allow her to take it down. She tried to claim her butthole. Facebook asked for her phone number to send a code, which she gave Facebook the phone number to get the page about her butthole. She was unable to get it worked. Let's see. Thank you for taking the time to report something. Reports like yours are important. We can make it safe, whatever, blah, blah, blah. At the time of press, Facebook has not replaced a comment. But as soon as this went up on BuzzFeed, the page is now gone. When a company gets so big that a person's butthole cannot be taken down at said person's request, the company needs to be destroyed. It's used its usefulness. It's done. Put a fork in it. It's done. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. And it shouldn't take BuzzFeed News to get involved to get the page about your butthole taken off of Facebook. Now, I don't know how we're going to get any better, but for the friendliness of the YouTube algorithm, our final site, I just love this story because, hey, I'm an author as well. Buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. All right. So an unpublished writer decides to cyber squat on a famous author's website and it backfired. Nobody cared. So apparently there's a famous author that I've never heard of named Patrick DeWitt. And apparently he's a very famous guy, and this guy ended up registering patrickdewitt.net and basically put his manuscript up there. He wanted people to read it. And then he kept on doing things to get people to go check out the site. And then he became really upset when nobody cared. And so he puts up notices saying, this isn't like extortion. I don't want any money. I just want you to read my manuscript. You know, so it can be published and be sold and do all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this guy who's not James DeWitt, who has his website, ever hear of self-publishing? If you really think your book is good, go ahead and self-publish the bad boy and sell some copies. And if it's good, people will buy it. If it's not good, people won't. Or, you know, if it's like my parody book here, they'll buy it and give it bad reviews because it says things that your pastor did not say. Ooh, it's not the green screen you're looking for. There we are. All right. So anyway, HarperCollins, the actual DeWitt publisher, did not respond to an email. It's not clear what recourse DeWitt or his representatives might have if they wanted to pursue it further, but under the Anti-Cybersquatting Piracy Act, a trademark owner can bring action against someone who registers a domain for a variety of reasons, including bad faith intent to profit from the mark. It probably would have been easier to start a blog. Yes, it would. There's many other things. In fact, if you, need if you in fact do need help getting your book taken, your book published, I actually created an entire new project exclusively dedicated to teaching you how to get your book in print. Everything from today, we talked about how to set writing goals. So we're basically covering the types of things for how do you get writing. We're also doing software, free and open source software. So this one's getting started with ebooks over here, is how to take a LibreOffice document, export it, and clean it up in Sigil. We talk about how to create cover templates. This one's LibreOffice, how to create an index. So this is a nice tutorial video here on using LibreOffice to create indexes. So lots of cool stuff over on this website. This is at writingdoneright.net. Writingdoneright.net. You can actually sign up for the newsletter if you are interested in such things as that. But we cover a variety of different topics on here. So writing tips, publishing tips, questions about the authoring world. You need to buy an ISBN number. How do you create audiobooks? All this type of stuff. So you can head on over to writingdoneright.net, or there is an accompanying YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/writingdoneright. And that link is at the very bottom of the website down there. And you can kind of come on over here and you can see that we have, I don't know, a couple videos. I just started this project a little over a month ago. So you can head on over here, subscribe to this channel if you are into writing. Definitely a better option than squatting on some famous author's website. So let me know your thoughts to all these articles in the comments down below. All right. I don't tell you unless you're looking at a problem. Okay, get your point. Any type of data collection I can't opt out of or without using the application bugs you. Yes, I agree with you completely. I think that that's the point we're talking about. What we're talking about again with these apps is there malware? Is it disclosed? Is it something there? But yes, there are going to be things on f-Droid that do have data collection because that's part of the application itself, but it's well known. That's definitely true. But anyway, let's see. Sounds like something Hacker 4chan would do. Yeah. What headphones? I do not need my ears to have air. Hey, don't bust Dyson. Everyone's headphones needs air purifiers. I'm telling you. Remove headphones now. So basically, their idea sucks. Would market those earphones to cool down your ears or something, yeah? Made for airheads. Oh boy. She comes in and carries her glass bowl. Let's see. No rhyme or reason. Can't get her to eat. All right. The 80s were so simple. Yeah. Yep, Facebook will ban Goatsy. Yeah. Is there a pic of the butthole? What? A butthole? Am I asleep? Did I just sleep while the news was rolling? This is what? How? Why? It's a minor. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know what? Here's my advice. If you're watching this video, change your name. Just change your name. Be done with it. Go into the official name change office. Why are you changing your name today? Because somebody registered my name's butthole on Facebook, and Facebook didn't take it down for 5 years. I'll get that name change done for you right away. Option to claim it so they can add a database entries to her. That's right. This isn't crazy dream, is it? I cannot believe people actually did this. Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand because, like, when I published my first book, Facebook created a page for my stuff that I hopefully is gone now. Time to go to planet Mars. I'm out of here. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook needs bad help. Oh, I don't have a Pastor Tom, but that is a subject we shouldn't speak of if we want to be friendly with each other. Oh. Yep. Our rocket ship out of here is full. I mean, and we filled up. We filled up fast. Cat's over here looking at me going, you can't invite anyone else, man. Stop taking applications. All right. Again, guy thought up the earphones, has nothing but air between his ears. Yeah, there you go. Do they wear those headphones on their butt? I don't know. I need an air purifier for my pants. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, folks. Yeah, I don't know. I keep on thinking, how are we possibly going to beat all these articles? But we just keep on getting some weird and weirder and let me out of this planet stuff going down. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. It's a kitty. Come on, buddy. Come on up. You got to jump. Do a better job jumping today than you did yesterday. Took you 5 minutes to jump yesterday. I'm not going to be holding this for 5 minutes. Come on. Come on. We've got Cat. Come on, buddy. Jump. There we go. He's like, yeah, I know. I may not get fed today if I don't jump right on up. There you go, buddy. Let's feed the beast. Feed the beast. Oh, we got paw. We got paw. Whoop. We've got face. Get the paw. Oh, we got the other paw now. He's real serious. He's got 2 paws going. Did you get one? I can't tell if he got one or not. I'll give him an extra just in case he didn't get one. And let's do one for this camera right here. Let's do one for this camera right here. Yeah, they finger licking good? Just like my KFC today, huh? Finger licking good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think, buddy? Yeah, they tasty? That's all you get for today. You got your 3. Be a happy cat. All right. Let me get Alexa out of here. Got to advertise my unicorn meat, though. There we are. Got a cat, a unicorn, and unicorn meat all in the same frame. Isn't that epic? Silly news has gone past silly into somewhere else. Ludicrous news? We can't slow down. We can't stop. We gotta slow down first. Boldly go where nobody has gone before. Yeah. We have 100 seats available. No headphones required. All right. The Greys have opening. Us reptilian aliens, we do not have openings. Go see Moonbase Alpha Greys because they have got some room. Where are you going? You guys going to Mars? We don't go to Mars. Like, we go, we're out of the solar system. Y'all are messed up. We're out of the solar system. We're actually colonizing a big planet just offside of Betelgeuse. That's why Betelgeuse has been declining in brightness in the night sky. It's because we're pulling some of the energy out of Betelgeuse. That's what's going on with it right now. And so with all that being said, we are leaving the galaxy. Really. Actually, no, I think Betelgeuse is still in the galaxy. We're leaving the solar system. That's our limit. I don't know. If you're going to Mars, good luck. Because, man, these Earth humans, they have their eyes on Mars. I wouldn't be colonizing Mars anytime soon, alphas. The Greys up there, you guys, I wouldn't be doing that. Like your news and Linux tips too much. Well, thank you, Taint of Carmen. Always appreciate that. All right. Please don't turn into a cat channel. I don't want to turn into a cat channel. Of course not. He's just the mascot. He shows up and does his cuteness and leaves. All right. Elite dangerous ships because I'm afraid of what the guys on the top will do. Yep. Order 1 ticket out of the human race. I beg of you, please. I guess it's just a matter of time until YouTube cracks down on creators who pimp out their cats. I don't know. It's too advertiser friendly. Girlfriend informs me she thinks SSH is so cool that you can just connect to another computer. Nice, yeah. Mars One is a scam. Please take note. Mars One is a scam. That's right. Don't go to Mars. Don't go to Mars. All right, let's see if any friends of Switch to Linux are streaming right now. Sadly, nobody on my sub list. See if anybody else on my recommended list is gone. The Rubin Report. Definitely don't want to go to a political show, though. Anything non-political streaming? Don't see anything, but I did find a video I want to watch, so I'm going to leave my thing right here so I can find it when I switch over. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out, guys, and we will catch you. We should be having a show tomorrow. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I think I have a few ideas, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and wrap up here tonight. Thanks for hanging out, and check out the links in the descriptions and things like that. And if you want a copy of The Art of Shallow Neighboring, pretty much available anywhere where you buy books, I think. You can actually have a look at that writingdoneright.net under the books. I actually have a variety of links there as well, so you can get more information about it over there. But anyway, with that, thanks for hanging out, guys, and we will catch you later.